Hey, hello guys, Brian back here with an ADA update. This on the screen right now is the daily chart for Cardano's market cap. Alright, you can see we had this trend line that we've been following up on this thing right back through here. It started roughly in December, came back tested it, have come up, and we came down and back tested it again. Alright, we had down sloping resistance that we've just broken out of. Okay, now that breakout is coming back towards this support line right here. Okay, so let's zoom in here a little bit on this thing and see. This thing should not break through the support zone. Okay, so it should, I'm expecting it to probably come down towards that maybe 12.45 billion. All right, and then hopefully get a bounce off of that support. Now if we go over to ADA price chart, which is very similar, okay, as far as that goes, the same exact thing. All right, we got that breakout of resistance, same exact thing we're looking at here. Okay, this is on the daily chart right now. ADA is having a little bit of a pullback. Actually, just the RSI is resetting on this thing. All right, but I want to show you guys some news real quick, and then we'll get right back to this chart and look at some major support and resistance areas and where price action could be heading. All right, Cardano DeFi total value locked hits 400 million ADA. The total value of assets locked on Cardano's DeFi ecosystem has passed 400 million ADA. So I just did an article a few days ago, and I think it was in the 300 millions when I did that. So while the TVL has dropped to 409.8 million coins as of press time, the increase suggested that the Cardano DeFi ecosystem was thriving. You can see this chart here shows the increase in ADA being locked, total value locked. In US dollar terms, DeFi activities on Cardano have grown consistently since the start of the year, when the TVL was just around 50 million. So it's done a roughly an 8x since the beginning of the year in TVL. However, that figure has tripled in less than 6 months to 151 million, though still significantly lower than its all-time high of over 300 million. It says here MinSwap leads the top 5 protocols, and we'll just skim down through here. Over 1,000 smart contracts deployed on Cardano in 2023 on Plutus version 1. So that's pretty awesome. People are starting to use this ecosystem, which is fantastic. Of course, they're going to, right here, ADA price still struggling. We're down 10% in the last 30 days, and was selling for 0.3658 at the time of writing. That's about where we're at the time of this video. Okay, so you can, there's still a $12.8 billion market cap. That's hard to believe. And the block data showed that 73% of Cardano investors are currently holding the token at a loss. All right, so obviously a lot of people in it right now bought during the last bull run, okay, holding on for the next one, which I'm sure we have the Bitcoin halving next spring, and hopefully, like when I got into crypto in 2020, the Bitcoin halving happened, and the bull run really started to take off like 6 months after that. Things really started to get crazy. It was I'll never forget it. It's insane. It got me totally hooked on crypto, that's for sure. So if you haven't been through a bull run, boy, you're in for a treat next one that comes around here. So I'm going to show the crypto bubbles really quick just to show you what's been popping out there and what's not. A lot of these RSIs resetting on these coins. Pepe's had a little breakout here, down sloping resistance on it. But let's go back over the ADA chart here. All right, so if we take this thing and look at some major support and resistance areas, we're going to zoom out on the weekly. All right, and get a look at this thing. Okay, you can see we have a major support area almost right at 36 cents there. Okay, you can see it comes right through. I'm going to put a trend line on that thing. You can see it come right through there with support. Let's point this out. With support through here, over back through here it was support. Here it was resistance. And it looks like we're going to be testing that as support again. The next major support line down through there on the weekly would look to be coming in. A major one there down at 32 cents, which as long as we continue to follow this trend line up, we shouldn't break that. So it should be grabbing support above that, all right, which would look, there's another major support area. All right, we have resistance. I'm going to call these numbers out here in a second as soon as I get these marked. We have a major resistance zone right up here at right about 39.5 cents. So if we break through that 40-cent area, all right, I'd be looking at these higher targets I have up here in the short term. But right now, that 36 cents, call it 36 cents, it looks like a major support area. We don't want to lose that, okay? On that weekly RSI down here at the bottom, you can see that thing is starting to bend, all right? Starting to bend up, which is great. The regular RSI is only at a 46, so that's good to see. On the daily, let's flip over here. The daily RSI stochastic has flipped over, but it didn't reach the whole way to the top here either. It's showing a little bit of weakness there. The regular RSI is only at a 42, so this thing could hit support there, and actually it could have a nice bounce out of there. We don't want to break that support though. That call it. Yeah, 36 cents is going to be a real crucial area to hold here. Now, if we go down, let's look at the technicals on TradingView and see what they say on the daily. All right, these things are lagging too, all right? Yeah, the moving average is strong sell, the oscillators are neutral. I don't like even looking at them things anymore. I'm really getting frustrated with them. They seem to be so far behind. But there's the 200 and the 50-day moving average. We're stuck right between both of them. The 50 is the red, the 200 is the green. All right, that would be if we did break through that would be a major support area, at 35 cents, that 200-day moving average. But like I said, hopefully we bounce off of that support right there. This thing has been a major support since December, going on 6 months now. So right in the meantime, though, I would expect a correction out of this thing. Right now we're down 0.73 cents as I make this video. If we go through the higher time frames on the RSI, the 12-hour, let me make this a little bit bigger. You can see that 12-hour is starting to get a little bend to it on the stochastic. The regular RSI is flipping up, and we have a green candle started on that 12-hour. All right, so well, it just turned red as I'm making the video right now. But let's look at the 8. The 8-hour is almost reset and ready to head back up. It's oversold, which is fantastic. That's what we want to see here, especially for a bounce. All right, the 4-hour is reset and is heading up. So looks like we have a very good chance of holding the support and bouncing. All right, especially after breaking that major resistance level. Let's zoom out here and get a bigger look at the picture here. Okay. We had that major down-sloping resistance there that we have broken out of. All right, you can see what happened last time we broke out of that right over here. We ran right up to, the 46 cent area, and we started out down, at 30 cents. So we've done the same exact thing again. We've busted out, and we were below the 50 and the 200 when we had this breakout over here. We had to battle through them to get up here. Okay, now we're between them where we have the same exact setup, we've broken out once again. All right, a major area to watch out on. If we put a Fibonacci on this chart, all right, I'm going to give you a major area that we want to get through, to continue any trend higher. These fibs, every trader out there lives by these things. Super. If you would please hit the like and subscribe before I forget, guys. I would appreciate that so very much. But we want to watch this gray box in here. Okay, that's the 618 to the 786 Fibonacci levels. All right, you want to get through those areas. To continue higher. Okay, the 618 and the 702 is a very familiar spot to get rejected from or to break through it. Okay, if we get rejected, usually that 702 means an ABC. I don't see that happening, especially with the RSIs looking the way they are. Things are definitely looking all right. Of course, we all know this all depends on Bitcoin. All right, if Bitcoin has a tank, heads down or has some kind of rush down to that 25,000 area that everybody's talking about. It's obviously going to hurt the price of everything. But right now, Cardano looks strong. It really does. All the RSIs look good. Like I said, we're right between them two moving averages, and we'll hopefully hold trend and break up out of here. Thank you so much, guys. That first up at that 618 is at about 40.5 cents. That 786, we break through the 43.5 cent area, then we'll be looking to take out this 46 cents. All right, so keep an eye on the 43.5 cents. We get through that, and we're definitely looking for higher prices. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night.